sounds crazy, but I think my hair's growing longer. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Snuck in a deep cut from Twisted Sister. S&M. Never Stay Hungry. I was the first kid in Yakima that had that cassette. I snuck over to Seattle, bought it the day it came out, came back to Yakima to play it.
I'm going to say I was like the first fourth grader that had it.
Damn right. That's a good record, man. So good. All right, phone lines are open. What do you guys want? What do you need? Seriously, what? What can we do for you? It's Freeform Friday. We're just hanging out doing our thing. Listen for Candlebox.
Yes.
If you hear Candlebox and you're the second person to call us when you hear the Candlebox song, you get a 4-pack of tickets to see Candlebox tonight at Matt Newsom Brewing Company. And you can get your tickets if you want to buy some. Please do.
Yes.
At mattnewsombrewco.com. What song I'm going to pull out of my butt?
Okay.
It'll be something good.
Okay.
Stay with us as we're just playing some 80s. Just good old-fashioned rock and roll.
Last year on National Donut Day, people forgot to get their free donut at Dunkin'. I remembered to get my free donut on June 2nd. Smiling face emoji. Thanks to the handsome sounding radio announcer who reminded me. Offer valid June 2nd, 2023 with free lunch. Apply for classic donuts only. Exclusive prices, cost, and participation may vary. Terms apply.
We're the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase. It's culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. Call Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, the ones who get it done.
Remodeling project, or maybe you're thinking about a build. Turn that home into a smart home with the wonderful people. With Extend Technology, doesn't matter if it was built in the 1700s or is about to be built. You have the best on the block.
They can handle everything, whether it's motorized shade solutions, lighting controls, and design. They will illuminate that home.
Southwest General.
Growing a business brings pressure. Staying compliant and retaining top talent in challenging times. You feel stretched thin. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put over 35 years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Engaged people empowered to be their best means overcoming obstacles. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Back to Alaska's morning show.
Back off, baby. We're coming through.
With Bob and Brock.
Things are so weird out there. 7:22, it's Friday. It's sad when you get excited because the clouds are not as dark as they were.
Dispersing.
Yeah.
No raindrops in the puddle here. It's looking a little lighter on the perim.
You can tell who's got a concert tonight.
Let's go!
Dude, it's going to be like 80 and sunny.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous. Whatever, it's a rock and roll show, man. Coming out there.
It's going to be awesome.
And do it up right. Al Pacino, we know he's going to be a dad again. He's, 82, 83 years old. And the mom is 29 years old, Noor Al-Fala, right? So apparently, Al thinks she's a hua. Thank you. And he's like, no, that ain't my kid. When he found out that she was having a baby, he said, dude, I want a DNA test. Apparently, a source claims Al did not want any more kids, and Noor even told him she couldn't have kids. She had a thyroid problem, so it's all good. We can raw dog all you want. The source says she knew Al didn't want to have more kids. They have no relationship. They're not even dating anymore. It's a mess. Supposedly, Noor weaseled her way into Al's life before the pandemic by becoming close to his 22-year-old daughter. And the relationship was basically over for more than a year when she reestablished contact and got knocked up. On the flip side, Robert De Niro says that being a father again feels great. He also says he's very happy for Pacino. All right. I was like, no way.
Those guys are buddies, right? They've done a lot of acting together.
I think they only did one movie, didn't they, together? Heat?
Godfather?
Was De Niro in Godfather? He was he?
No game.
Yeah.
For sure?
You're making this second guess it.
You know what, dude?
They were both
It's been
in
30 years.
Godfather.
I know. What?
Weren't they?
I don't know. I know.
They were in
Heat.
They were in Heat.
Yep.
Were they in The Departed?
Man, that movie was a trip. I don't think that it was De Niro.
No, De Niro's not in. No,
You know what? Well, we got the chick. I got the chick right here.
Pacino's not in Departed.
Hey Siri.
17. Ah. Damn it.
The Godfather Part 2.
Come on, Glove.
That's it? There's only 3? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Robert De Niro sported high platform shoes in New York as he filmed The Irishman alongside Al Pacino.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. All right. So, okay. And then it's all in German. Everything else is in German. And I apologize to everyone who's got iPhones, because every time I do that, apparently it screws things up for you guys. It says, over the years, De Niro have been in The Godfather Part 2. I Knew It Was You, in Heat, and The Irishman. There you go. Okay. There you have it. So, Dwayne Johnson is coming back as Hobbs in the new Fast and Furious movies. How many Fast and Furious movies? My God. I think I've seen one. I think I saw the original, maybe I saw it. I'm not sure if I did or not. And I'm not gonna crap on it if it's your thing. That's amazing that they are still able to make money off of these things.
Does it just get a pass? Like it's like a series where they just continue to...
Yeah. It's called Fast X Part 2. All right. There you go. So, all right. So go check it out. Fast X Part 2. And if you want to see Billy Joel, you better hurry. He is quitting his residency in Las Vegas. He's done with that. And it's been 10 years he's been doing it. His final show will take place July of 2024, by the way.
15.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Back up. It's not Vegas. It's Madison Square Garden. I didn't know he had a residency at Madison Square Garden.
Guess so.
Apparently he did. His final show will be July of 2024. By the time that wraps up, it'll be his 150th show. He's played 60 or more shows at Madison Square Garden, more than any other artist. He also holds the record for most consecutive shows at 12. He played 12 shows in a row, sold out all 12. That's incredible. He's played for more than 1.6 million people there, and he played MSG for the first time back in 1978. He said, "I'm flabbergasted that it lasted as long as it did. 150 shows, all right." Because I want to thank you all for coming. Man, how much do you think tickets are going to cost for his final gig at MSG? That's incredible. I mean, seriously. Did you see? And you know what? I don't have a problem with it. To be honest with you, girls are wearing double diaper Depends at the T. Swift concert, so they don't have to go to the bathroom and miss a song. I mean, hey, look, if you're going to spend the kind of money that those tickets are, all right. You still want to have a good time. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. I mean, I don't know of too many bands I would do that for. Matter of fact, I don't think there is. But see, it's different for guys. Yeah. Guys at a concert, if it's a really packed concert, you don't necessarily have to leave as long as you got an empty cup.
Yeah.
And I've done that. I know you've done that, right? Every guy's done that.
Yeah.
Women don't have that opportunity unless you get one of them species. Which are, I think, a wise investment. I would rather have that than wear the devil diapers. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not opposed to that if that's what you want to do.
He's pretty scary, Bob.
Kind of yeah, well, you gotta have good aim, ladies. No, that ain't, no way. Not a chance. If we had a contest, and with Gatorade bottles and ladies, there isn't a lady alive that wouldn't.
Oh, no, I was talking about us.
Oh, the dude.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about ladies. No. You need like an oil pan. I'm just saying, there's a lot more spread. All right. The Sanctioned Camps Community Task Force. Suck it. All right. They're looking south. They're looking for a building on the south side as a possible homeless shelter. The building at 1805 Academy Drive off Abbott, they say would potentially house 20 to 40 unhoused people. The task force says it would be the same vulnerable population recently evicted from the Sullivan Arena. Some business owners say they're concerned about homeless loiterers, while some area residents welcome the proposed facility. Okay. You know, I'm so curious. We have an industrial area, right, just north of 3rd downtown, right? There's not a lot of residency. There's not a lot of homes down there. Is that not a place where we could? There's got to be some buildings or something down there that we could do something with, right? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I think we do need to protect people's property values. And let's be honest, moving a homeless shelter into a neighborhood is going to be damaging to that particular area's property values. And it's all fun and games until it's your neighborhood. And I understand that we need to do something, and I'm all for it. It just seems to me like there's better opportunities. And I'm sure the Sickett task force is probably trying to figure that out. It just seems to me there's opportunities in other areas where you're not going to have property owners and their homes value dropped because there's a homeless shelter. And I'm sorry, the fact of the matter is that's going to hurt property values.
Fair point.
Okay, so I could look into that. All right, we still, you know what? We played one Candlebox song today. we got a little wrapped up in our 80s metal, so I apologize for that. So we're going to play more. I promise you. When you hear the Candlebox, start calling, and the second person in will get a 4-pack of tickets.
11:31
tonight at Madness Square. Now.
11:31.
Oh, I'm playing it.
Thought you were going on the other.
I was. We'll play that one too. But this is, dude, this song is so effing good. This is Paradise Slaves. It's called Fever to Defeat. They will be opening up for 3 Days Grace, July 19th at Matthews. And that's a big show. That's going to be a good one, man. First time we get to see this band with their lead singer, that guy, Rock Lindo. Let's go. You know what's funny is you are indeed the second caller. No, not really, because this is Paradise Slaves you're listening to, not Candlebox.
Sorry, bro.
No, don't be sorry. At least you weren't the first dumbass.
At least you weren't the first dumbass.
Appreciate you.
One of Alaska's rock.
Oh, it's funny.
Ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase.
Oh, it's funny.
Ranger offers supplies and solutions in every industry, as well as safety assessments and
16.
to keep your facility safe. Call If this is your first time planting a vegetable garden, or you've had a garden in the past and are not happy with it, hi, this is very simple with the law. Both inground or in containers, vegetable gardens require a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Lettuce, plan ahead, don't crowd your plants, or try to grow more than the space allows.
Domino's, we're so obsessed with pizza, we'll try to turn pretty much anything into pizza. Sizzling pizza fajitas? Pizza milkshake. Probably not the best pizza idea, but a great idea? Domino's new loaded tots. We bake our tots hot and crispy and load them up with melty cheese and delicious toppings, just like our pizza. From savory Philly cheesesteak to craveable cheddar bacon and mouth-watering melty brie cheese, Domino's new loaded tots are just like Domino's pizza, only on tots. Can someone turn a fan on in here? Try Domino's new loaded tots next time you order.
Just how refreshingly cold that drink from McDonald's is, you may create envy.
13.
Don't miss it. Tap only McDonald's seat like an icy cold $1.80 soft drink at 13. Again, I think my opening of the offer valid at time to make 4 times per
Are you still using public Wi-Fi without a VPN? What you think? What's the big deal? Well, hackers can intercept financial and personal data over public Wi-Fi, turning a low file into big volume. Norton Secure VPN. It's fast, reliable, and self-grade encryption helps block the hackers. No one can prevent all cyber crimes, but Norton Secure VPN is the essential layer of privacy. Get Norton Secure VPN for $1.99 a month your first year at norton.com/news.
Change it right now.
I teased the chief about that yesterday. So
have you heard that cops like donuts? That's a weird deal. You know what I love? Working in a small market radio in Anchorage, Alaska, just having the mayor just listening to your show, saying, hey, I heard you talking about some stuff. I'd like to chime in. So you heard us talking about the homeless shelter and the task force, and I brought up, downtown, the industrial area. Are there no buildings available down there that would be suitable to house the unhoused, or is that building that you wanted to get done, is that going to happen or not?
Well, that's always been entirely up to the assembly. We own the building. We're paying $5,000 a month to store it. Down in Utah, and then part of it is in Canada. We have all of the fixtures. We're storing them throughout our various warehouses, mostly in Eagle River. And all they have to do is make the decision to purchase or to finish the project. We've got about half of the foundation poured, and that was stopped last year. We got to get that forward because, as I was telling you offline, there is. As bad as things are right now, and they are bad, because the Sullivan had to shut down. We're out of money, frankly.
Back off!
And when it gets cold out, it's going to get a lot worse because people are going to be dying. And this is why in the beginning I wanted a large shelter stood up, because we need a shelter. Simple shelter is all that's needed. We wanted to make it also a nav center in the same footprint. That speaks to functionality of what goes on inside. So you shelter people, and then you give them what's called the navigation to get their life kind of figured out. Well, right now I'd just be happy with a large shelter to get these people taken care of in the winter time. And we're talking about sanctioned camps. The Assembly's really focused on that. It's kind of too late for that. We proposed that in a meeting in February 15th, sanctioned camps, and my team was literally ridiculed out of the room. So now I'm trying to look to the future. What happens when it gets cold in October? And I'm not getting any answers, and I don't control the purse strings, so it's a problem I can't solve.
KWW 9715.
It seems like we're at a stalemate. How do we get out of that?
We are.
So what do we do?
Well, the people who control the money that make things happen have got to come to the decision that we need that shelter. That's the only viable option I know from the word go. From the moment they say, do it, here's the money, it's going to take 120 days to stand it up and get it running just as a shelter. So that means, a warm place with water and heat and a cot, and because it's going to take longer than that to stand it up as a fully functioning navigation center. That means you've got a clinic inside. You've got a little bit of medical treatment facilities inside. I don't know. I try to think long range what's going to happen, but we could get the complete navigation function finished by next spring, as long as the shelter is stood up before winter. So it's a mess, and I'm not here to point fingers. I'm here to come to solutions, and that's the solution for these really challenged people. And that's why we have people spread around town in these camps. 11th, I deal with Rob Couples over there on 3rd and Ingra. He's a great businessman in town, and And he's really frustrated because the people get to go where they want to go. And unfortunately, they're picking that area. Unfortunate for him, but they've got to go somewhere. People always have to have a place to be.
Right.
And they're picking that spot as well as, you know, Cuddy Park. And so we got the big concert coming here in a few weeks. So Cuddy Park, we've got to get that ready. We've got, I think, 40 or 41 acts coming over 3 days. And that's a big thing. Personally, it's a big thing. I think we need to get back to normal, and nothing speaks like normal as rock concerts in a park.
Have we figured out, I mean, we know that the homeless population has more than doubled over the last year. What caused that, and where are they coming from?
1147.
Well, I would challenge the number of doubling. We're dealing with, we get estimates from 275 to that 800 range. Kathleen McLaughlin, who I really trust, and her and Alexis Johnson, they're the experts, and they're saying it's about 700. But it depends. How do you count people if you can't get them into one facility or one area and count them? But they're the experts, and I go by what the experts say. And so but remember, we're helping, we're assisting about 3,000 homeless people in the city of Anchorage. Some people just need a little bit of help with their rent, but that is help. Other people are on the street corner, and I'm just going to call it, you know, they're howling at the moon, and that's supposedly politically incorrect, but these are people that are deeply challenged and need help, and they need a place to do that.
So, and I go to my second question, where are they coming from? It seems to me like we've heard stories that some of these outlying areas, they have issues, and then they are sent to Anchorage to deal with these issues, whether it be jail time or some sort of rehab situation, and they are given round-trip tickets, and they just don't use the second half of that ticket.
Well, there is that, but I will say one thing crystal clear: you cannot lump them all in. They go. We had a girl last summer who came up, and she was a surfer. She wanted to surf the board. So she came up to go surfing, and she ran out of money, had to sleep in a camp. She lost her ID. She couldn't get back on an airplane without her ID. It got to be late in the fall. She got cold. She got some frostbite, and one of my staff came across her and helped her out, and we found out her story. Well, we got her an ID, and we got her on an airplane, and we sent her back to California. And so there's that. We've sent them 7 to 10 people. We've given tickets to the lower 48. Some of them are from the bush, but there's this characterization that they're all like that. No, they're across the board. It's a mixture of. Some people don't have, you know, as much as 30% of them do not have psychiatric problems and do not have drug problems. They just need help. They can't afford rent. Some of them have jobs. They have a car. They can't afford rent. And so they'll sleep. Last summer, there was a couple of young men that came up, and they just wanted to go backpack Alaska, and they used the Sullivan Arena as effectively a youth hospital. And, you know, that's not what we're looking for. This is for people in serious need. So
hope you made yourself feel real good.
But at the end of the day, that footprint that is the Sullivan Arena, that footprint has got to be replaced.
Dude, this just to make themselves look good.
We have nothing's happened.
Well, what are the chances?
I've got to.
Let me ask one quick question. We'll let you go. I know you're busy. Mayor Dave Bronson. What are the chances the Sullivan Arena is going to be used again when the snow flies here in October, November, that we're going to use it again as a shelter?
Well, one of the very few things that Assembly Chair Chris Thompson and I agree on is that that's not going to happen. But I can't sit and wait. I've got to get that building under contract to an operator and start filling that place with events. You know, whether it's hockey. I just don't care. I don't get to that detail. All I know is we're roughly, the maintenance cost of that building is about, I was told, about $350,000 a year. I've got to recover that.
Right.
This is a business. I need enough revenue to at least cover the maintenance cost of that building.
16.
And I don't do that by having it sit there empty and waiting for, kind of like waiting for Godot. You don't know what's going to happen. And I've got to run this like a business, and so I'm going to get the Sullivan Arena back into operation. And once it's under contract, then it can't be used.
All right. Well,
it can't be used for.
I don't
let me just
get
throw this
why
out
it
there.
wasn't on the schedule to begin with.
First artist when that thing opened, I think in '83, was Willie Nelson. You want to pack that place out. You want to get people back into the Sullivan Arena. Bring Willie Nelson back up here. Bookend it with the and have like a re-grand opening. Maybe we paint that sucker.
Paint it for sure.
You know, a different color.
Yeah.
To kind of let people know it's the all new Sullivan Arena.
Well, Sullivan Arena, I'm just here to tell you, there is a misnomer out there that it's all broken down and it's shot. It is not. The building is actually in very good shape. The compressors for the ice are new. The boards are new. The seats came in, 8,000 seats are almost new. They came in 2012 and they were barely used. That building is actually in good shape. However, it does need paint because it was never painted very much. It needs to be brighter, brought into the 21st century. And the sound system, I have been told, is modernization. So the construction, that's a good building.
Right. Well, more than anything, I think it's an image problem that we need to overcome. People need to lose that identity that was a homeless shelter for damn near 3 years, and that it was intended to be an arena to have wonderful events. And I look forward to the day when I can welcome the Anchorage Wolverines and the fans to the Sullivan Arena. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be great, and we could probably open with Willie Nelson. I think there's ADA compliant ramps there, and we could get him in his wheelchair and get him up on Joe.
No, you're right. No, you're right. But I'm telling you, Willie Nelson would be a great fit. It would just make sense. And I think then, man, balls to the wall, and away we go. So I appreciate you, Mayor Dave Bronson. I know you're a busy man. Have a wonderful day. And here's what I say. Make the assembly, make it their idea to open that shelter that you want, and then they'll pass it, they'll give you the funding, okay?
Yeah, I should have done that at the beginning. I totally made my mistake, because it's my idea, it's a bad idea. Yeah. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that's our good Mayor Dave Bronson. We'll be right back. Some Candlebox coming up next, I promise.
Robin Rock, one of Alaska's rock.
Fast and reliable speed for $49.99 a month.
Piece of shit, isn't it? I'd say it's way past its prime. It hasn't been touched since the day that I lived here.
There is granola inside your phone. There is garlic and herb marinara sauce.
10, 11. $11.56.
$100 for a limited time, minimum order $10. Additional terms apply. Bananas. business owners like Leanna Lynn at Spectrum Business.
Spectrum Business Services are essential to our business.
Call 855-282 back. Starting at $49.99 per month. Video conferencing for just $19.99 per month. Get a free home.
16.
Got it.
Call 855-282. Just how refreshingly cold that bridge to McDonald's is.
Get Macy's low prices of the season on incredible specials you need for summer. Like 50 to 70% off designer suits for men, 75% off gold and silver chains, and 65% off luggage from Samsonite, Travel Pro, Delphi, and more. Plus, 3% pickup or pickup in stores at Macy's.
Bound slowing now between UAA Drive and Lakewood Historic Way, and Minnesota northbound slows between Raspberry and International Airport Road. That's Bailey's Furniture Time Saver traffic. The power of the